All right, everyone, we got some pretty big readings coming up, but we're going to continue digging through the storm that I pulled on a couple of days ago in the 3 quick card reading that I got, which was very difficult for me to read, but energy is like that. Energy always needs to be peeled back in layers, and those layers aren't always transparent. So you kind of, like I always say, it's a bit of Sherlock Holmes. It's a bit of investigating. So this is 3 quick cards with me, which you all know because I clarify. It ends up being 400 or 500 cards, but either way, it's an all signs reading. It doesn't matter what your sign is. It's just straight up energy reading. And what we've learned is, well, in a 3 quick card the other day, we learned about a storm that's brewing. Somebody's making a knee-jerk decision, some sort of snap decision, something along those lines. And then I pulled a cure the other day on that, a cure for Cancer reading, which are basically all signs. And we got a lot of disappointment energy. And we've seen that disappointment. We saw it back in the Venus in Cancer reading. It came in on the soul level, and it stayed with us. That disappointment is there. Today, since we saw the disappointment again in yesterday's cure, we're going to pull on the disappointment. We're actually pulling on the energy itself of that disappointment, and we're going to see where we go. This pre-shuffle is very revealing. This pre-shuffle is a good example of why I love tarot, because it will, if you ask the universe a question just right, it will give you an exact answer, as though you're talking to another human being, and it's just telling you something. And that's what it's doing here. Just in the pre-shuffle, at least, it gives us an overview. That said, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right, this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. As you all know, I'm here studying the soulmate cycle, because this is one of the craziest ones we've seen since World War II. And that's the last time this energy has been here, is World War II, around that time frame. That cycle in that era was very similar to this. In fact, it was the same core energy. It's just the peripheral energies around it are different. In other words, the circumstances of the world, etc., are different. But it's all playing out the same, whether it's the soulmate cycle or whether it's the world at large. It's all playing out just like it did back then. Take it from me, I've studied history quite a lot, and World War II is a bit of a fascination for me. So that makes this cycle extra interesting for me, because it's almost like I get to live it and kind of see what it might have been like. That said, what I've got here, we're pulling on the disappointment energy. Your person on the other side, we learned in a cure the other day, and we saw a storm, like I said, and it was a tough reading. I kept pointing to a tower card telling you to pity me because I got to sort through all this shit. And then again, it came up disappointment there, and it came up and that disappointment showed up very strong in yesterday's cure. So now I'm pulling on the disappointment itself. And that's pretty crazy shit to do, to pull on an emotion. Okay, so I'm actually, it's crazy. It's crazy to pull, because energy is, as I read it, I read emotion and then feelings, and then I translate them into words based on life experience and what I know feelings are like. I'm just pulling on the feeling right now. So it's a bit of a reading within a reading. So I asked the universe, tell me about the disappointment energy. What is it? Why is there so much disappointment on the runner's side? There is disappointment on the non-runner side, but it's far less. I mean, you guys, the DFs have really gotten their shit together, big time. Okay, let's see. It gives me the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Well, the Ace of Cups is in here. It gives me the Knight of Cups. Remember that cup, okay? Because what I've got crossing it is the Four of Pentacles. They're disappointed that they never brought you a cup of love, and they let fear take over. That they held back from you. They held back this cup. Okay, so far so good. All right, they held back this cup, but they were afraid to move away from something that's broken. Well, whatever it is in their life, it doesn't have to be a marriage. It could just be their life. They were afraid to move. They're disappointed because they never brought you the cup of love. They were afraid to move away from something that's broken in their life, and now that cup of love, they just held on to it. It's become toxic. And I know it's toxic in this reading because of the card that's crossing it, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But the Ace of Cups here, there's so much love on their side. And it's crossed by the Queen of Wands, Fakey McFakerman. You know, they just pretended that you didn't matter for so fucking long. And whatever's on their side is broken. I gave you an analogy in yesterday's cure reading to help you have some empathy, to help you feel what they might feel. I said something to the effect of, imagine you wanted to do something and then you chickened out. Now, right there, that feeling, the moment you chicken out, that feeling, that's what's here, because you wanted to do that other thing. But I'm going to step that up a little bit and give you another way to sort of have some empathy here and feel kind of feel it the way I'm feeling it, which is you have two choices and you really want this one choice, but you pick the other one. And then the one choice you want disappears or feels like it's disappearing right there. In that moment, in that in-between, that's what this energy is. All right? Imagine the disappointment you'd feel. You know you wanted to pick the other thing, but you didn't. And then that other thing slips away and starts growing, right? Starts becoming full Empress energy and thriving and learning, and you know, it's a lot of disappointment. But there is a silver lining here, because the universe this is its initial message. The universe goes on. This pre-shuffle blew my mind, by the way, when I saw this. It's unreal. The universe goes on to say, but this does transform the energy. This disappointment is necessary. It transforms the energy. It actually leads to a victory here. And I know that because there's that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands we've been seeing a lot. This disappointment will lead to a new beginning for this person, possibly for the soulmate connection, but either way, you've changed their life, okay? And underneath that is 9 Pentacles. That's them getting free. You know, it's a card of liberation, a card of freedom from something, breaking away from something, probably whatever these 8 broken cups are for your person, all right? And that's the pre-shuffle. It's fucking mind-blowing the way the universe just answers a question. Now, having the universe having said this, let's pull on what all this means to you. Okay? Let's pull 3 cards and a bottom card on what the universe is telling us means to you. And wanting to reveal itself, as I say that, sometimes I talk and the universe just answers my question. It sort of stuck out and I saw what it was. On the top of the deck, by the way, is the Chariot. It means to you, it sends them right towards you. It's the universe repeating itself, saying, hey, asshole, I already said. It calls me asshole all the time. Asshole, I already said the energy is transforming because of this disappointment. It's Fakey McFakerman here is getting real, I think. And I think that's cool. Either way, this is an energy, I can already pick up on it, I'll tell you as I shuffle. This is an energy of someone who is fed up, as I said in that storm reading, I think. They're doing what they need to do, doing what has to be done, okay? And I believe for a good number of you, that brings them towards you. The universe has said it twice, just here in the pre-shuffle section of the reading. So, someone's doing what they have to do. Someone is realizing some things. You get disappointed enough, you know, you try to fix things. You try to make things right. And we talked about it in June. We talked about your person hitting rock bottom. We've been waiting for your person to hit rock bottom. We talked about in June. Well, we're still waiting. And it looks like it's happening. That's a lot of disappointment. Venus, I'll tell you why. Venus in Cancer should put this person in their feels. And it is. What it should do, especially with Mercury and Leo, is cause them to reach out. I mean, just by pure logic, right? It should cause them to reach out. What it's actually doing, what Venus in Cancer is actually doing, is it's bringing up their feels. But it's bringing up how they feel about not coming towards you. And then they get that urge to reach out with Mercury and Leo. And it's causing a lot of, disappointment, a lot of tension. You know, what did I call it in yesterday's Cure for Cancer? Toxic disappointment? Yeah, that Ace of Cups has become toxic because they held on to it. It's sat. You don't drink still water. Water needs to flow. As I said in a recent reading, that's why the Ace of Cups shows water flowing out of it in most decks. That emotion needs to flow. If it doesn't, it sits, it festers. And in your person's case, it's becoming a severe case of toxic disappointment. So, look, what does this all mean to you? Okay, so we've got our answer from the universe. We're pulling on an emotion right now. Now I want to try to have the universe tell me, because it already kind of did with the Chariot, the 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles, where things are going, what this all means to you. Well, I'm done shuffling. My bottom card, I'll show it to you first, is the love geese in the air. The love geese are in the air here, okay? I mean, it brings them right to you. These birds, I talk about birds all the time because I love birds. I've been studying birds since I was a kid. I'm a bit of an expert on birds of prey, but I know a lot about birds in general, and I know that flying is expensive. You think it's expensive at $8 a gallon to drive your car right now? You can imagine it's more expensive. This is like $24 a gallon for birds to fly. It costs. It burns a lot of energy. All right. Old Flem the parrot, if he even flies through the house, a couple of times one way and then back, he need to eat a whole cup of food just to put that back. It's a lot of energy. The love geese are in the air. That's why I say it that way. The energy has been committed here. So that's what all this disappointment on their side means to you. Let them fucking feel it. Let them feel that fucking disappointment. They made a bad choice. They stuck with 8 broken cups. Whatever that is. Could be a marriage, could be a family, a job. It doesn't matter. Or they could even just be single. It could be a way they've been living. Let's pull the 3 cards. Now that Lovers is crossing whatever the center card is. 10 Wands. See? I'm not making this shit up. I don't know what's on top. I just shuffle the fucking deck of cards. But I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. Because any asshole can pull a card and tell you what it... Oh, okay, that's what it means. No, you get the real deal here. This is 10 Wands of burden. Okay? It is. It's a burden. It's heavy. And we saw the 10 Wands in yesterday's cure reading, I believe, in the baseline energy somewhere. I think it was right next to disappointment, wasn't it? Wasn't it 4 of Cups and then 10 Wands? I believe that's the same energy that's attached to this. Disappointment attached to this. What it means to you is this breaks to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands in the pre-shuffle represented them wanting a new beginning. That new beginning for most of you is with you. This is good. This tells me it's soon. We're very close to breaking. What's that Lovers crossing? I love tarot, I do. I'm on fire this morning. Temperance. Angel. This is angel energy. There's an angel on this card most of the time. There's an angel on this card almost all the time. Today it's a great blue heron and geese. But either way, that's it. And look at what's under. I didn't know this. Look at what's crossing the Lovers, the Page of Cups. Yeah, they show up as a page. They fucked up. And they're showing up under 3 Swords energy we've learned from many readings recently. Right? They're disappointed. That 3 Swords always had disappointment around it. I've been telling you for a while, your person's showing up under 3 Swords energy. They are. The fucking disappointed is heavy. And it's about to break. It's this connection right here. It's pulling. It's irresistible. These 3 cards together almost, if this were we already had the Knight. If this were the Knight, and this were the Lovers, which it is, and this is Temperance, that adds up pretty much. I mean, it adds up pretty much to an Empress energy. I mean, it's really powerful shit, The Lovers crossing the Temperance card. What's the last card out? These are red center, left, right. So this card is red with the 10 of Wands. Disappointment. Look at that. Look at that. So they come towards you under an energy of that. They're bringing the disappointment with them. The disappointment is what brings them to you. We're going to clarify. We're going to see where these energies go. But as far as what it means to you, them being disappointed, them being in that storm, taking care of business on their side, which we know, that energetic storm was crazy to read, okay? In that 3 quick card. It's the last 3 quick card reading. It should be just before the Cure for Cancer reading in my queue, if you will, or in my feed. It was tricky. That was someone who's just had enough, who wants to break free. The disappointment of not having this soulmate connection. As soon as they realize that cups are important, which I see they are here with the Page of Cups, which is what's causing the love geese to hit the air, and also the attraction here, the energy balancing within them. These cards can kind of equal someone coming to their senses. So what it means to you is, I'll phrase it that way, someone comes to their senses, and the dam breaks here. Because now they want the cup. Now they want it. Something that they once rejected, they want. And that's the energy that's around it. The 4 of Cups is a card that's read a few different ways. It depends on the energies around it, right? It depends. It depends on the question you ask, and it can be somebody rejecting a cup, or it can be somebody now coming to give a cup that they once rejected. And I see that here because this 10 breaks to a new beginning, and we saw it in the pre-shuffle. Let's see where we go here. This is nice. This backs up what the universe said, that we want this disappointment. This disappointment leads to some kind of change, something new. Let's pull on the 10 of Wands real quick. See what the witches have to say this morning. Let's see where we go here. Tell me about this 10 of Wands. Let me get those straightened in. Make it look all pretty. All right, 10 of Wands. Why is it here? Holy shit. That's unreal that came out. You know, well, why is this unreal? Because one of the core meanings of this card is disappointment, 4 of Cups. And I'm pulling on a disappointment energy. I mean, it's fucking mind-blowing. I love it. That's fucking hilarious. It had to show up. It's nice. This could imply that you're disappointed when they do show up. I don't know yet. That could be one of the energies. Energy's always in layers. There's always many different things around. That's why you got to be careful about just getting surface reads from people. Surface reads don't mean shit. On the surface, sure, they're coming towards you. But underneath that, I can find 1,000 different ways why they'd chicken out again and just end up, maybe the whole thing ends in disappointment. I don't know. Let's see. What's this 10 of Wands here? What's this? Remember, this is pulling on what all this disappointment on their side means to you. You know, it could mean somebody who once rejected your cup, which is what it does mean in the main base energy. Somebody who rejected your cup coming to give it to you. Okay, and they hope you don't reject them. There's fear around that for sure. Why is the 10 of Wands here? Why am I shuffling so much, universe? What the hell? Somebody's come to their senses. Again, it means for you, this 10 of Wands, this pressure that's on their side, means to you that there's some healing here. Okay? Also, if I take the other layer, okay, so there's some healing coming your way, but if I take it in another layer, which is very thick, it's a very thick layer, them doing nothing, because 4 of Swords is a card of doing nothing, creates a lot of burden and creates a lot of disappointment. It also creates it for you. Them doing nothing is heavy on you and is disappointing you as well. Okay? But we know from the base energy that they're rolling in. These cards tell us, possible outcome, or this is sort of the Y position, if you will. Let's see what's on top. 5 Cups. Look at all this. Look at this. I got 4 Swords. All this doing nothing is causing a lot of strain on the connection itself. It's causing the 5 of Cups. This tells me it's someone who comes in. It's someone who's only thinking about you. What this means to you, the disappointment on their side, sure, they might be disappointed in their marriage or in their life in general, but most of the disappointment is directed at you. They don't even care about the rest of it. It's all about you. That tells me there's a greater chance that someone brings in a cup to you. Okay? And this card reads like a tower to me in this deck, because I see the smoke coming up in the background and stuff. We already know a tower has happened. That's what that whole storm reading was about, and we saw it in several extended, including the extended for Venus and Cancer. It caused a tower to happen. Okay, all right. Let's see where we go. What's the center card? 9 Swords. See? I'm not pulling happy cards on this 10 of Wands. This 10 of Wands is heavy. It's a 1,500-pound card on my table here. It's heavy. It's heavy. 9 Swords. That's the end. 9s are the end in tarot. We've been seeing the 9 of Swords a lot lately. It's telling me it's the end of all this worry and all this nonsense. So what's it mean for you? It means for you, you're disappointed in this, sure. And it's created a lot of sadness for you, but that's coming to an end. The end of you staying up all night worrying about this is near. But on their side, I can see it. I can see that the burden is heavier. What's bookending the 5 of Cups? See? See? Oh, come on. Rewind. I said this brings them right to you. This is one of the cards that ends the soulmate, the separation phase, the soulmate cycle. It's this. It's all focused on you. And someone is realizing this, yes, in one layer of energy, but in another layer of energy, the sun is communication. The result here is the dam breaks. This is better than me getting an Ace of Wands here. This is the sun. It's the happiest card in the deck, but mainly it's an energy of illumination. It illuminates things. You're going to find out some shit, okay? When the dam breaks, you're going to find out some shit. Like Led Zeppelin once sang, when the levee breaks, you'll have no place to go. And you won't. And it might what they have to tell you might disappoint you. You might ask why. Oh, you might think if you're a negative thinker, you should be a neutral thinker. But if you're a negative thinker, you might think, oh, he said I'm going to be disappointed. Mom, Steve said I'm going to be disappointed. Oh, no. Stop. First of all, stop yelling at your mother. Second of all, that's not necessarily the case. You might be disappointed to find out that you worried about all this for nothing. In other words, you worried about all this and worried about all. You might end up being pissed at your person at the end of the day. This disappointment can easily result in anger. You know, you mean to tell me once you get the truth from this person, you might get a little pissy. You might be inclined to say, well, then you fuck off. If you loved me the whole time, if that motherfucker Steve was right this whole time, and you're sitting over there loving me, sitting in 8 broken cups, and you made me suffer through all this, you might get like that. That might result in that. Either way, this dam's about to break. You're about to find out something. We're going to pull on the 4 cups right now. Tell me about the 4 cups. Why is it here? What's the primary energy around this? Again, it's going to play out differently for all of you. You're all dealing with a different person. You're on different timelines. There's 20,000 plus people watching this video. I can't pinpoint it for that many people. Have some empathy for me, for God's sake. Come on, cut me some slack. You know, either way, this is nice. I got disappointment in a reading I'm pulling disappointment on, and I got it where I should have gotten it. I shouldn't get it in the pre-shuffle, because that should just be answering my question, and that's exactly what happened. So let's see here. Why is this 4 of Cups here? Why is the 4 of Cups here? Why is my final outcome here 4 Cups? I think the primary energy is somebody's bringing you something that they once rejected. What you do with it from there is up to you. But there's a conversation coming here because of this storm. Right now, all hell is breaking loose. I told you in the Cure reading yesterday, your person is not happy in this energy. It's not good. We wouldn't want to go over there and hang out. All right, it's very clear. And that's happened before. Everything is a cycle. Everything goes round and round. But this time, they're fed up. There's a 10 of Wands sort of. Part of the energy around this 10 of Wands is, while you might be fed up, they're more fed up on their side. Okay? Somebody's just not going to take it anymore. And we saw that in that recent 3 quick card reading with the toxic storm that was tough for me to read. We even saw it the other day in the Cure, to be honest. Why is the 4 of Cups here? You're not going to believe this. What do you think is crossing the 4 of Cups? If you say anything other than the 4 of Cups, you're not paying attention. I said it's unreal that I got the 4 of Cups here. And I shuffle and I shuffle and I talk and I talk and I talk, and crossing the 4 of Cups is the 4 of Cups. Oh my God. So we got double disappointment. We got an energy around their approach. They're coming at you under what I would call 3 swords energy. Okay? But the universe is specifying that 3 swords energy that they're coming at you under is all disappointment. So what you basically, you ever watch the Peanuts, like the cartoon, Charlie Brown, all that stuff? They got this one little character called Pigpen, right? And he walk around and he's got like this cloud. They draw him with this cloud of dirt around him as he comes in, right? Yet Pigpen is coming towards you. Okay, except that cloud of dirt is disappointment. So that's your person. They're dirty when they show up. And I don't mean the good kind of dirty where they throw you up on the counter and rip your underwear down. I'm talking about they show up under like Pigpen, like, ooh, what's that smell? It's disappointment. That's what the smell is. To me, I'll tell you how that translates to me. It smells like burnt out brake pad on a car. I know most of you don't know what that smells like, but I do. And that's what it smells like. It's unreal. And energy, so the affecting energy around their approach toward you, which we know is happening for most of you anyway, is disappointment. And the net result, the grounding energy, is disappointment. Okay, so now we got to pull some cards on top here. This is getting good. What's on Pigpen? What's going on with old Pigpen here? What's on top? The Magician. Somebody wants to fix this. I was right. Okay, I was right. The primary energy here of this 4 of Cups is somebody who rejected your cup Now, because of all this burden, all this disappointment, all this, I'm done being up all night. This is someone, the straw that breaks the camel's back is the damn Nine of Swords. Enough. I can't take it anymore. That's what she's saying in her little Victorian PJs. I can't take it anymore. Right? They can't take it anymore. It's time to open up. It's time to be happy. Somebody here wants to be happy, but they're coming towards you as Pigpen with a puff of dirt, vile smell around them of disappointment. And they want to turn things around. This is somebody who once rejected your cup coming to bring it. This is a card of action. This is a card of alchemy. Lead into gold. All right? Very important to understand that. We'll see what's bookending it when we pull the third card. What's the base energy? Now, the base energy, the center card, would be read with the crossing card here. Okay? It would pair with that over this Four of, Four of Cups. So, 2 Four of Cups and a what? It sounds like the beginning of a joke. 2 Four of Cups walk into a bar. All right? 4 of Pentacles, another 4. Yeah. I got to put this back so we have a visual. There's a lot of fucking fear here. The disappointment causes that. See, the problem with this, why I say for some of you, it might end in this, and that energy is there. You might be disappointed. It could turn into a fight, like I already told you. The reason for that is because of the energy they're showing up in. They're behaving in a way that's almost contrary to what they want to accomplish. What they want to accomplish is the sun, happiness, illumination. That's what you want too. But what you end up getting is what we've been getting in a lot of the readings. Somebody holding back here. Somebody holding back because of the disappointment. I think it's a fear of, oh my God. I think it's a fear of rejection here. I'm looking at what's at the bottom here. 2 of Wands. Yeah, the disappointment is making them make changes on their side. And I see the Page of Wands, and then it escalates to the Knight of Wands. I think they show up very quickly. Once they make some changes. Somebody's making some changes here, either within themselves or in their environment or both. We saw that in the Storm reading. I said it's a knee-jerk reaction. And I said we have to be careful because when people show up in a knee-jerk reaction, I've left them, I'm done with them, and they're crying at your house and all that stuff, they almost always go back to the person. That's just sort of a, you don't want to be this person's rebound. This connection is too powerful for that. That will result in a lot of disappointment on both sides again. Okay? You want to be careful. You want to make sure they are 9 of Pentacles free and clear. All right? Or at least 8 of Pentacles and working on it. I've got someone here, Pigpen got some fear. The picture of this card says it all, okay? It does. Also, the rat says it here. The rat, they're their own rat in this case, okay? They're their own rat. They're causing their own problems. He's got a second chance here. We see it because that's what we're pulling on. And he's still not making a move, right? Because she might say no this time. Well, now my ego might get hurt if she says no. And all of that net results in fear and holding back. We'll see. What's bookending the Magician card here? Yes, see? Fear. 8 of Swords. I was right. I didn't know that was there. I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. That's how it's supposed to be done. That's how you check. That's how you learn how to hone your skills. If you think you have skills as an energy reader, you think you might be an energy reader, it's exactly what you need to do. Preemptive tarot reading. It'll hone your skills like lifting weights. You'll get big energy reading biceps. All right? Fear. 8 of Swords. It generates fear. It's someone who's going round and round and round in their head too much. So I'm not saying they're not coming towards you. No, the universe is pretty clear about that, especially with the Sun card here off of 10 Wands and the Love Geese already in the air. That's why the universe is explaining why they show up as a Page of Cups. Okay? They regret not being, if you remember from the pre-shuffle, they regret not being the Knight of Cups. All right? Holding on to that Ace of Cups and not bringing it to you as the Knight. In their mind, that's what they are. That's what they're doing. They show up as a Page of Cups. This reading explains why. And it explains the disappointment that might be attached to it and the disappointment energy with the crossing energy here that they're in. Okay? There's not a lot of confidence coming at you. There's somebody who's worried that you're going to reject them. So they reject themselves in advance. You follow me? Okay? So be careful about that. All right? Just take whatever you can get from this person initially. Disappointment is a dangerous energy. Disappointment leads to suicides if the person's just right. I'm not saying that for your person. I'm just saying, psychologically speaking, disappointment is a powerful energy. That's why I said it's crazy for me to pull on it here, because this could go in a lot of different directions. This is here. This person is paralyzed by their own disappointment in this energy, and they're making changes. But once you make those changes, it's sort of like driving away. It's like you're a perfect law-abiding citizen, right? You think you're doing the right thing, living your life the way you're supposed to, and you just one day, for fucks and giggles, just go up and rob a bank, right? You do it on autopilot, and then you get in the car, your getaway, which is now your getaway car. It was just your Prius. Now it's your getaway Prius, and you drive away from the bank after you rob it. The whole way down, if you've been Ned Flanders doing the right thing in your life, law-abiding citizen, you're going to be going, what the hell did I just do? What the hell did I just do? That's almost the energy that's approaching you, because somebody here is wiping out how they've been living. They're actually fed up, making a knee-jerk reaction change. We saw that. All of my readings are connected, so we saw that in a recent 3-quick card. So you get, it's a grab bag as to what you get. Somebody wants to fix this, but they're going about it the wrong way. They're going about it with fear. What Pigpen should do is take a shower before he comes and sees you, so he's all nice and clean. Instead, Pigpen shows up, and you can see all the dirt coming off him and the smell and all of that kind of stuff. And somebody wants to fix this, but they're getting in their own way, because they're trying to fix it with fear and up in their head and worry that you're going to reject them, so they pre-reject themselves, is what the universe is saying. But it's not saying they don't come towards you. They do. I believe they do. Let's pull on Temperance real quick, and then we'll get out of here. All right? Let's find out, because this is the base energy. The base, we know this is crossed by what? The Lovers. And there's a Page of Cups here. Okay? And right there's even a King of Swords. It's somebody, this is them. Look, this is my perfect analogy. It's perfect to my analogy of you just robbed the bank, right? You're a law-abiding citizen. You rob a bank. This is the robbing of the bank. This is them cutting out the things in their life. They're going toward their happiness. I'm doing this. Give me all your money. Here's a bag. Fill it, bitch. Right? Like that. Fill it, bitch. With determination. Okay, all tough guy there at the bank. But while they're driving away, heading toward what they think is happiness with the bag of money in the back seat of the Prius, they're like, what the hell did I just do? Page of Cups. What the hell did I just do? What the hell did I just do? Just repeating it over and over again as they're driving. That's why they show up as a page. We know they're coming towards you, but they show up as a page. This person it's a knee-jerk reaction on their side to stuff that's going on. Someone is taking the steps to correct a previous wrong. I see that here with the Magician. That was encouraging. These cards are not encouraging. It's just, you can't. You do what you do. The ideal thing to do is don't leave that bank and question, what the hell did I just do? Leave that bank and stay in that King of Swords energy and do what you got to do. Right? Let's see what we go here, which is, first of all, bury that fucking money. And don't touch it for a long time. Temperance, why is it here? Here I am giving advice to future bank robbers. There you go. Make sure you get it in small bills. They track the big ones, you dumbasses. Give it to me in ones. Alright, why is Temperance here? Temperance. Tell me about Temperance. Tell me more about Temperance. Oh, for fuck's sake almighty. Queen of Swords, they're coming. No doubt about it, but they're coming with clouds. There's still clouds on this card. It's somebody who is doing some... Temperance is here. Something within your person. I think what happened is all the disappointment energy is heavy. Duh. 10 wands, right? Came up in the Cure for Cancer too, right next to the 4 of Cups. Well, here, the 10 wands is also read with the 4 of Cups, right? Same thing. Watch the Cure for Cancer yesterday from another deck. 4 cups with 10 wands. 4 cups with 10 wands in the base energy. Disappointment is heavy energy. So I think things have balanced out in their life, and they're making some changes and going toward their happiness, right? Seeing some truths, because that Temperance energy sort of was this disappointment energy was heavier than what was on the other side. It's balanced out, but it's balanced out with the wrong shit, right? It's balanced out. It's like a seesaw where you want to do it with your friend, But instead, you don't have your friends, so you put a big trash bag full of dog shit on the other side, and you seesaw with that. It's that kind of thing. It's the wrong. It's all wrong, but it works to your advantage. Okay, they're making changes and cutting things out for the wrong reasons. The truth isn't completely clear to this person. It's on top. It's so hard to explain. There's that, but I hope I'm doing a good job. I think I am. I think you probably get it. Somebody coming at you under an energy of fear and disappointment and holding back is what we've been talking about. I've been giving you the advice all along here. Make sure you meet them with cups. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is, because this isn't going to be a surprise to you when this person shows up in this energy. If it is, you're shit stupid, and I know you're not shit stupid, and I say you're shit stupid because I just told you it was going to happen. I just showed it to you. So why is this a shocker? I don't have a tower here. There's no shocker, no big surprise, shocking. No, it's nothing shocking here. It is what it is. All right, you got someone who's motivated by disappointment here. And that's never good. They do have something they want to tell you. That's why they're coming. Why is Temperance here? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, again, swords. Someone shows up in swords. Okay? Someone shows up in swords. And if they show up in swords, greet them with cups. You do that, you'll be okay. You'll get past this. There's a lot of... This disappointment energy is very heavy. The Knight of Swords is communication. The energy is on the way to you. This is all happening in the now, in the energy. Now, there's no time in the energy, so it's happening at different times for each of you because you're all on different timelines. But this is happening. This is going on. Look at this. Reunion. Come on. Even if you're a tarot doubter, how the fuck does this happen? I get all the shit cards, clarifying the shit cards, and then I'm pulling on Temperance where I'm asking about the love geese in the air, and I've got reunion, communication. I mean, they're coming towards you. What's bookending the Knight of Swords? With under an energy of disappointment, the Page of Swords, communication. All right? Again, the Knight of Swords, and this was the energy, the Page of Swords from another deck, was the energy that fell in their soul position in a recent reading. I think it was the Venus and Cancer reading. The Page of Swords, it can be spy and energy, blah, blah, blah. Readers love to natter on about that. It depends. It's actually not the biggest card of spy, and the Page of Pentacles is. But this here, the Page of Swords, it's communication that's less than, right? It's disappointing. It's disappointment within the person. This person here, it's the same thing I told you earlier because this page is bookending this night. This person sees themselves as a Knight of Cups. They're disappointed that they weren't your Knight of Cups. They're trying to show up as a Knight of Swords to fix things, right? We see it because if we look at the parallel here, again, everything's connected. So the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords in the middle, and you get a whole bunch of 3-card readings here, okay? Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician, they're trying to fix things here, coming in as the Knight of Swords, and again, they downgrade to a page. It's that heaviness of the disappointing energy, right? There's fear here, there's fears here, and fear here that's generated, and this is telling me the fear is self-generated. They are their own rat in this case. They're doing the damage. However, this disappointment bodes well for you if you're waiting for this person to break free. In other words, 8 broken cups, to walk away from 8 broken cups. They are. I know that with the Queen of Swords that's here. And we know you guys have a reunion because of this, and we also know if there's a third party, that's also what's getting cut out because this card, this center card, is red with this. So, then, which would imply third energy is getting cut. But they're coming toward you with some clouds. Clouds of doubt, clouds of fear, clouds of in their head. Net, they show up in 3 swords energy. They show up in swords, wanting to show up as a Knight of Swords with something to say, and it comes out more like this little boy here, a Page of Swords. So again, we get the whole reading cross-checking itself. We get disappointment in all the right places, all the right cards fell. It is what it is, folks. That's what's happening. That's where we're at. And you want more proof? 10 swords crossing the Queen of Swords. Red with 3 cups. Something here is over, and somebody wants a reset, a reconciliation, Ace of Swords with something else. That proves that energy around the Queen of Swords. Okay? But it's all done on a cloudy day. This isn't one of those Queen of Swords where the skies are completely clear and the clouds are pushed down. And this right here proves it. Everything I've told you. It's a complicated energy to explain. In a nutshell, someone is making some changes on their side. There's an energetic storm going on, and that storm is rooted in disappointment. They're very disappointed that, as our pre-shuffle said, that they never came towards you, that they kept that Ace of Cups locked up, and they were fakey McFakerman, the Queen of Wands. They were full of shit the whole time, the king or queen of the cover story. Okay? And that leads to transformation. It does bring them your way, yes. But what you're getting, right, isn't Charlie Brown who's had a bath. It's Pigpen. Alright? The little Pigpen character with the dust and the dirt flying off them. And that dirt and dust is, well, it's like a rat. They're kind of dirty, right? They live in the sewer and shit like that. You're getting somebody here who's showing up under the stank of disappointment to try to fix something. And that stank is causing all kinds, causing them to hold back and causing them to be in their head a little bit. And when we're in Eight Swords, it's a little difficult to fix something. Magicians are never in Eight Swords. I know a few magicians, right? Magicians are always confident. They're sure the trick's going to... If you're at all nervous, you fuck things up. Everything fucks up. It's no different from musicians. Musicians are cocky. Lead singers are always the biggest egomaniacs in the world because they got to go out and sing a bunch of... and sing, right? They might fail. Their voice might fail. They might forget the words in front of thousands of people, right? So... you know, they go out. I come out here like the magician when I come out here to talk to you, right? I don't go all Eight of Swords. You don't watch a Steve Love tarot reading and I'm like, oh, well, you know, I'm afraid to say this, but I'm going to, you know, I mean, I do joke about that sometimes, but for the most part, I at least sound like I know what I'm talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. I know your person is in this, and I know if a magician goes out on stage in this energy, net the result is a very awkward show. So you got an awkward conversation coming with somebody who's under a lot of disappointment energy, who's made some changes in their life, who's basically robbed the bank without realizing why they're even doing it. Oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? Right? It's like that. They made some changes. They made a knee-jerk reaction change in their life, and it's what they're doing. They've completely changed. It's like this whole cycle, this whole soulmate thing hit them like a ton of bricks. Probably because they felt the loss of you. They felt you growing. And as you grow, whether you're done waiting for them or whatever, which you shouldn't be doing, but whether you're done with them or not, they feel you guys are connected. They feel your energy grow, right? And that makes them feel like they've lost you because they're not growing. So now they're trying to grow, but it's a little pseudo-grow kind of a thing. It's a little bit, you know, so they're doing it wrong. They're kind of their own rat here. But you will find out some things. There will be illumination. The end result, everybody here, both sides want happiness. Everybody here feels happiness from the connection. Just a lot of disappointment. On both sides, but it's very heavy on the runner's side. Okay? That's your reading. That's what I got. That's what's here pulling on the disappointment energy. We got some big readings coming up. Your monthly readings, the August overview / Leo season reading, Jupiter retrograde reading, a new moon in Leo reading, all of your fucking sign readings for August, like I said. It's very powerful stuff coming up, so I'm going to make sure I rest myself up a bit today so that I've got the energy to pull on that, because that's going to be very powerful. You're going to want to stick around for that. But I did want to give you these readings here over the last couple of days and pull on this energy. It will help us. We won't have to sift through this shit in the August, because they'll show up. This energy will show up in the August readings, but we've already looked at it. So we can then dig deeper and kind of get in and see where more stuff is going. All right? So that's it. That's what I got. I hope this reading was helpful, right? If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.